South Africa vs West Indies, third ODI highlights. South Africa have won the toss and have opted to field. Brandon King and Myers are at the crease. Brandon King is on strike. Ngidi will open the attack. 0.5. Ngidi to Brandon King, 4. Fine shot to get off the mark. On a good length with a scrambled seam outside off. 0.6. Ngidi to Brandon King, 4. Up and over backward point. Full out swinger outside off. Brandon King intentionally carves up and over backward point. 1.6. Parnell to Brandon King, 4. Nicely put away. A good length in swinger drifting into the pads, tucked away wide of mid-wicket, runs away. 2.5. Ngidi to Brandon King, 4. Full out swinger outside off, width and Brandon King again plays the aerial square drive over the offside field. 2.5. Ngidi to Brandon King, 4. Full out swinger outside off, width and Brandon King again plays the aerial square drive over the offside field. 4.1. Ngidi to Myers, 4. Length delivery and in the slot just outside off. Myers gets forward and holds his shape to loft straight down the ground. 4.2. Ngidi to Myers, 6. That has gone way back at deep mid-wicket. Dug in on a back of a length on the stumps. 6.6. Jansen to Myers, out caught by Ngidi. What a good catch. Short outside off, Myers pulls and miscues it straight up. Ngidi initially misjudged it at mid-on, then went back and takes it with outstretched hands over his head as it came over. Just about hangs on. 7.4. Parnell to King, 4. When it is full and wide outside off. 8.5. Jansen to Brooks, 4. Back of a length outside off, width and Brooks flashes a cut wide of backward point. 9.2. Parnell to King, 4. Brilliant shot. Ted 2 full on off. Brandon King gets forward and times the off drive wide of mid-off. 9.4. Parnell to Brooks, 4. No swing as Parnell slides it full and across Brooks who leans forward and times the drive wide of cover. 15.4. Fortuin to Brandon King, 4. Bad ball, tossed up on the pads. Brandon King sweeps and gets it away to the deep backward square leg fence. 16.5. Gerald Coetzee to Brandon King, 4. 50 for Brandon King. 17.2. Fortuin to Brandon King, 4. Fine shot. 18.3. Gerald Coetzee to Brandon King, leg buys, 4. Rising back of a length delivery but down leg. 18.4. Gerald Coetzee to Brandon King, 6. Dug in on a back of a length on off. Brandon King was waiting this time. 18.6. Gerald Coetzee to Brooks, out Brooks run out. Easy single and Brandon King is not switched on. 19.5. Ngidi to Brandon King, 4. What a shot. Full just outside off. Brandon King unfurls a glorious drive that leaves cover and mid-off motionless. 21.2. Ngidi to Brandon King, out bowled. End of Brandon King. Similar dismissal to the previous ODI. 22.5. Gerald Coetzee to 4. Short outside off. Hope gets forward to pull in the thick top hedge clears Rickelton. 23.6. Ngidi to 6. Just over Rassie at deep square leg. Again Rassie misjudges the pull. 24.6. Fortuin to 6. That's at his best. Down on one knee, was a flighted delivery on the stumps. 26.4. Fortuin to out caught by Miller. Sharp catch from Miller. Another timely wicket this for the South Africans. 27.4. Markram to 4. Short and wide outside off. Poor delivery and it gets the treatment. 28.1. Fortuin to Powell, out stumped. Got him. Poor shot to get started that. Floated up full on off. Powell ran down the track looking to slog it away but he was beaten for pace and it turned past the blade, as easy as stumpings come for Rickelton. 32.5. Jansen to Holder, 4. Back of a length on middle. Jansen managed to get Holder in a bit of a tangle. 34.2. Jansen to out caught by Ngidi. Massive wicket. Banged in short on off. Took it on almost reflexively and he played the hook quite well. He didn't get the distance. 38.3. Gerald Coetzee to Holder, 4. Nicely struck. Full just outside off. 38.5. Gerald Coetzee to out caught by Rickelton. Little tickle and he's gone. Banged in short on middle. Got inside the line looking to pull it away but it rushed him. Took a little bit of glove on its way through to Rickelton who made no mistake. The Windies lose their 7th. 42.1. Gerald Coetzee to Holder, 4. Nicely played. Banged in short outside off. Holder stands tall and gets on top of the bounce to play a cracking pull shot through mid-wicket. 43.2. Markram to Holder, out stumped. Here's another stumping for Rickelton. Floated up full and slow on off. Holder ran down the track and had a wild swipe at that one. He was through his shot way too early and it gripped and turned sharply past the inside edge. Rickelton gathered it cleanly and did the rest. Set batter gone now with nearly 7 overs still to go. 43.4. Markram to Akil Hossein, leg buys, 4, full and down the leg side. Hossein looks to glance it fine and it takes a little bit of pad. 45.4. Marco Jansen to Akil Hossein, 4, lovely shot. Over pitched on middle, Hossein spots Midone inside the circle and lifts it over with a full swing of the blade. 46.1. Gerald Coetzee to Akil Hossein, out caught by Ngidi. The ninth one goes down. Just short of a good length on middle, Hossein looks to use the pace and help it on its way past square leg but it rushes him and goes to Ngidi who was just in front of square on the leg side fence. 47.1. Marco Jansen to Odeon Smith, 4, back of a length on middle, Smith hangs back and pulls it into the gap between deep backward square leg and fine leg. 47.3. Marco Jansen to Odeon Smith, 4, full and slanting across outside off. Smith looks to slog again and ends up slicing it up and over short third man off a thick outside edge. No stopping it once it beat the ring. 48.1. Parnell to Odeon Smith, 4, full just outside off. Smith clears his front leg and heaves across the line. 48.2. Parnell to Odeon Smith, out bowled. That'll be it. You miss and I hit. Full just outside off. Smith has another wild swipe at this across the line and he's comprehensively beaten. The ball crashes into off stump and that's the end of that. South Africa will need 261 to win. Rickelton and Zorzi are at the crease. Rickelton is on strike. Alzari Joseph will open the attack. 0.1. Alzari Joseph to Rickelton, leg buys, 4, good from Rickelton to tell umpire Marais Erasmus that it flicked the thigh. Was given as wides initially then Erasmus changes it to leg buys. 1.3. Holder to Zorzi, 4, nicely done. Full on the pads, easily flicked away to the deep square leg fence. 2.2. Alzari Joseph to Rickelton, out caught by Myers. Unplayable and Myers at slip almost makes a meal of it. 2.5. Alzari Joseph to Vander Dussen, 4, fine shot. Alzari Joseph goes fuller outside off. 3.5. Holder to Zorzi, 4, length delivery across Zorzi, width was there. Zorzi flashes the cut and gets it well wide of backward point. 4.2. Alzari Joseph to Vander Dussen, 4, nice. Length delivery angling into middle stump, Vander Dussen gets across and flicks wide of mid-wicket, runs away. 4.3. Alzari Joseph to Vander Dussen, 4, Vander Dussen picks this back of a length delivery and moves slightly across his off stump and nails the pull over mid-wicket. Authoritative. 4.4. Alzari Joseph to Vander Dussen, out caught by Myers. Alzari Joseph has the last laugh. 6.6. Alzari Joseph to Markram, 4, fabulous back foot punch. A back of a length delivery outside off, Markram punches wide of backward point and it races away. 8.3. Myers to Zorzi, 4, sloppy from Midone. Push to his right and he dives but allows the ball to go under the dive. 9.1. Holder to Markram, 4, poor delivery. Short and angling down the leg side, Markram pulls wide of backward square leg and that's 4 easy runs. 9.5. Holder to Markram, 6, dismissed. Not a bad ball, back of a length on off, he stands and pulls over mid-wicket, flies away. 10.2. Myers to Markram, 4, again mid-off dives to his right but the ball wins. Fullish on off. 10.5. Myers to Markram, out caught by Shy Hope. Markram nicks off. One has to credit King for the stop last ball which kept Markram on strike. 11.2. Odeon Smith to Klaasen, 4, beautiful drive. Ted 2 full outside off, Klaasen leans forward and drives wide of cover. 11.6. Odeon Smith to Klaasen, 4, the free hit is a back of a length delivery outside off, sits up and Klaasen pummels the pull over mid-wicket. 12.1. Akil Hossein to Zorzi, out LBW. Looked like a good shout for LBW initially but Erasmus thought otherwise. 12.3. Akil Hossein to Klaasen, 4, short and width outside off, easy for Klaasen who smashes the cut wide of cover, no chance for sweeper cover. 12.6. Akil Hossein to Klaasen, 4, bad ball. Drag down and Klaasen is so quick on the back foot to pull over mid-wicket. 15.4. Alzari Joseph to Klaasen, 4, Klaasen takes the short ball on. Swivel pulls through backward square leg and beats deep square leg to his right. 15.5. Alzari Joseph to Klaasen, 4, this time in front of square. Short outside off, Klaasen dispatches the pull over mid-wicket. 15.6 Alzari Joseph to Klaasen, 4. Words between Klaasen and Alzari Joseph, but it is the former who is winning this for now. 16.1 Akil Hossein to Miller, 6. In the arc and out of the park. 17.1 Odeon Smith to Klaasen, 6. Odeon Smith comes back and he disappears. 17.4 Odeon Smith to Miller, 6. Odeon Smith goes for the slower delivery outside off, it's the off-cutter. Miller gets forward and slices the loft but clears the long offense easily. 18.2 Akil Hossein to Miller, out-caught and bowled. Good catch by Akil Hossein to his left. He does the Paolo Dybala celebration. 20.1 Akil Hossein to Klaasen, 4. Lovely shot. Full just outside leg, Klaasen leans in and plays a crisp reverse sweep that beats the man at deep backward point. 20.2 Akil Hossein to Klaasen, 4. 4 more. Length delivery on middle, Klaasen presses right back and whips it away through mid-wicket wristily. 21.1 Karaya to Marco Jansen, 4. Jansen gets it on the fun now, full just outside off. Jansen leans right forward and reverse sweeps it past short third man for 4. 21.3 Karaya to Marco Jansen, 4. And he's done it again. Floated up full on off, Jansen leans in to reach the pitch of it before gently reverse sweeping it past short third man again. 21.5 Karaya to Klaasen, 6. The runs are certainly flowing freely here. Dragged short on middle. 23.4 Karaya to Marco Jansen, 6. More runs. South Africa seem determined to hit Karaya out of the attack. 23.5 Karaya to Marco Jansen, 4. And a boundary follows. Length delivery on off, Jansen sets up to reverse sweep and waits for it. 24.4 Akil Hossein to Klaasen, 6. 6 more. This is sensational batting. Full just outside off, Klaasen leans in and across before slog sweeping it. 25.4 Holder to Klaasen, 4. This is turning into some knock from Klaasen as he moves on to 95. 27.2 Holder to Klaasen, 4. Full on off, Klaasen backs away a touch and drives it crisply through to deep cover. The fielder had no chance. 27.5 Holder to Marco Jansen, 6. That was a hit-me ball and Jansen obliged. Length delivery on middle at a gentle pace. 28.1 Alzari Joseph to Marco Jansen, 4. Banged in short on middle, Jansen stands tall and takes it on with a pull. 28.2 Alzari Joseph to Marco Jansen, out-caught by Shammer Brooks. Got him, anticlimactic end to Jansen's innings. 28.6 Alzari Joseph to Parnell, 4. And the extra delivery costs Joseph. Full on off, Parnell presses forward and knocks it through cover with some sweet timing, opened the face just a touch to pick the gap and he gets 4 for it. 29.1 Karaya to Klaasen, 6. Length delivery on middle, Klaasen presses back and heaves it over the deep mid-wicket fence. A touch too short and it was punished. 29.2 Karaya to Klaasen, 4. Klaasen sure is in a hurry to get this done. Full on leg stump, Klaasen leans in and sweeps it up and over a backward square leg to collect 4 more. Just 1 needed now. 29.3 Karaya to Klaasen, 4. How about that to finish it off? A real statement this from Heinrich Klaasen. Floated up full on off, Klaasen smacks it straight back over the bowler to end it in style. South Africa win by 4 wickets.